feel like running into cycling decks is kind of like running into a muddy puddle, right? It doesn't happen all the time. Hell, it hardly ever happens. But when it does, you're like, well, fuck, you still exist, huh? You're still a big pile of muddy garbage, aren't you? Teenage Mutant Ninja Beast, Teenage Mutant Ninja Beast, Teenage Mutant Ninja Beast. They're the world's most fearsome fighting team. What's up, everybody? My name's Chance, and have you ever wondered what Noah's Ark would look like if it was sort of in a mutant story crossed with the Marvel and DC universe, not to mention magic thrown in there a little bit? Well, that's kind of what we're aiming for today with this mutated Voyage, and I may have just butchered the description of this deck, but hey, you'll understand as I explain, and that's, you know, a great reason for you to watch all the way through the deck tech breakdown. Anyways, today we're going to be having some fun with Nethroi, Apex of Death. This 5-mana 5/5 Death Touch lifelinking cat nightmare beast legendary creature is well, something to be sought after in Kaldheim, as it has a very special ability, right? Whenever you mutate onto this creature, or whenever this creature mutates, however you want to read that, return any number of target creature cards with total power of 10 or less from your graveyard to the battlefield. Now, given we do have some strong creatures in this deck, we may not be able to return tens of thousands creatures, whatever, but we are going to be able to return some of them for, well, basically free. So that's the nice thing today that we're going to be aiming for, and we're also going to be revisiting this card, Pyre of Heroes. What is it? You're going to be sacrificing your mutant creatures? That doesn't make any sense. It doesn't make any sense, Chance. Anyways, this 2-mana card allows you to pay 2 mana, tap it, sacrifice a creature, and essentially upgrade it as long as it is a creature of a similar type. What do I mean by this? Essentially, if we were to tap it and sacrifice Essence Symbiote, since it is a beast, we would be able to grab a 3-mana beast. Now, we don't have any 3-mana beasts here, so that's not really the point. The actual main point here is to sacrifice your Great Horn, your Gem Razor, into this Nethroi Apex of Death. You can also sacrifice them into an Auspicious Sterix if you're feeling more like that, and you don't necessarily have, you know, the creature card count in the graveyard yet, right? Now, outside of that, we do have some, you know, very known mutators, Batcher, blah, 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 blah. But another new card that we're going to be using is Haunting Voyage. This 6-mana sorcery allows you to choose a creature type, return up to 2 creature cards of that type from your graveyard to the battlefield. So, of course, you could choose Beast and return, you know, both a Nethroi and an Auspicious Sterix in the same turn, or an Auspicious Sterix and a Gem Razor, all this kind of crazy stuff. And we do have a Great Hinge in the deck as well. So, of course, returning creatures to the battlefield can give you that extra card draw and extra counters, right? Anyways, if you choose to foretell this card and then pay the 7 mana and choose a creature type, you can return all creatures of that creature type from the graveyard to the battlefield, which means, yes, all the creatures that you sacrificed along the way with Pyre of Heroes, you're now able to pull out with Haunting Voyage. Now, one thing that I'll say about this deck, not having a 3-mana beast felt a little awkward in this deck, right? Just going from Sea Dasher and Essence and Frog, like all of these sort of are disconjunctious. So what I would actually recommend is tossing in a 3-mana shapeshifter named Realm Walker. Now, if I was smart, I would have put it over here on the side and allowed y'all to see that, but I didn't want to clog up the deck, and so here we are. Anyways, it's a new card. It's a shapeshifter, which means it is a creature of every type. It allows you to sacrifice your Essence Symbiote, pull it out. It is a beast, which means you can then sacrifice it and pull out your Gem Razor, Great Horn. It's also a bat in every other creature type, so you can also pull out your Dirge Bat, right? Anyways, super great addition to the deck, and I don't know why I didn't think of it in the first place, but I think you should add it into the deck, though I don't believe it can be mutated onto, as I think it's also a human, right, because it's all creature types. However, it is a nice little step. You can name Beast, and then you can play your Beast off the top of your deck. Anyways, another nice card that not a lot of people think of that is a beast is Pouncing Shore Shark. So also, you can grab this if you're looking to answer what your opponent has down on the board, right, and then mutate onto it. Anyways, the whole point of this deck is to sacrifice your creatures, sacrifice your mutated creatures that you've gotten built up with Migratory and Gem Razor, right? Whether it just be a Sea Dasher or an Essence Symbiote or all onto a Baby Godzilla. Then you get your Nethroi out, and based off the card draw, you know, advantage that you may have gotten off of the Baby Godzilla allowing you to loot, or whether it be the Sea Dasher drawing, or you having a lot of playables because you drew out all of your lands, right? Multitude of directions here, or routes rather. Then you're going to mutate onto the Nethroi after you get it out and return everything that you just sacrificed in order to get it out, right? So your Migratory Great Horn and all that kind of stuff that costs power 10 or less, am I correct? So goal here is turn 2, get down Pyre of Heroes, turn 3, getting down a Baby Godzilla or an Essence Symbiote or a Sea Dash or whatever. Turn 4, you're mutating onto it, and turn 5, you're sacrificing the mutant, or, you know, if you manage to ramp and to turn 4 with the migratory, you can of course do this a turn early, but this is assuming that you don't hit that perfect scale. Turn 5, you sacrifice, you get down the Nethril, you still have 3 mana remaining, which means you can, you know, mutate onto it with either a migratory, a Gem Razor, a Sea Dash, or Sea Dasher? Oh no, yeah, that's correct. Anyways, you mutate down onto it with one of these 3, and then bring everything back, right? So now instead of just having one creature that's very built up, you have all these creatures, and of course, if you can get to the Great Hinge, then fantastic. You have the Death Touch Lifelinker, and blah, 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 blah. So the idea here is to sort of sneak in an army, and then just plop it onto the battlefield using your Nethril and or your Haunting Voyage. Now, we also have Malakir Rebirth, so of course, with Pyre of Heroes, you have to sacrifice your creatures. Now, if you're not in a great position to get your Nethril back and then mutate onto it, you can use Malakir Rebirth before you sacrifice your creature, and then, of course, all those creatures will get to come back to the battlefield, and you'll get to pull out an increased creature. So, essentially, if you were to have a Migratory Greathorn onto a Baby Godzilla, you use Malakir Rebirth, you sacrifice it, you're going to be able to pull out something like a Sterix. You will also have the Greathorn and the Baby Godzilla come back separated from one another, so you'll essentially have pulled out 3 creatures for 3 mana, which is, you know, pretty good magic trick if you ask me personally. Anyways, some other new additional cards in the deck. We have Saw It Coming, great counter magic. We have Mythos of Nethril to help you deal with Planeswalkers or any non-creature permanent, as we do have white mana in the deck. If you need it to deal with creatures, deal with creatures. You do you, right? Essence Symbiote is here to help you build up against the aggro decks, gaining additional life, gaining counters. Also, it's a beast, so again, it helps you within that lineage. Sea Dasher is great mutate mystical against the control deck. Dirge Bat for some removal. Also, you know, being able to mutate onto this creature is super great. Baby Godzilla does reduce the cost of the creature as well, so you can get this down to costing just 2 mana, and then it's a 2 mana 3/3 flash flying creature that you can also mutate onto later to destroy stuff, which is really insane. Gem Razor is actually really strong in the meta right now, as we have a whole lot of artifacts and enchantments sort of floating around, as there are a lot of Yorion decks floating around, right? Migratory Greathorn, great as always. You're pulling out lands, you're reducing the chance of drawing lands, and you're also ramping a little bit. Pouncing we talked about, and of course Sterix, you know, is able to pull out Nethril, Great Hinge, all this kind of stuff for absolutely free. That being said, that's going to pretty much do it for the deck tech breakdown. Again, add in that Realm Walker, add in that 3 mana Shapeshifter. If you don't have Realm Walker, there is another one. I think it's like Spiritualist Glade Walker or something like that. Anyways, it reads whenever it enters the battlefield, and another one of the same name enters the battlefield, draw a card. It's pretty decent, but it will fill in the slot for this deck if you don't want to fork over the rare wild cards, right? Which I understand. Anyways, thanks everybody for watching. Hope you've enjoyed. If so, please be sure to leave a like, comment, and subscribe if you're new here, as this is the only place to get this style of content, this style of humor, and this style of intros. By the way, speaking of intros, let me know what you thought of the new intros. If you haven't been watching them, go back, check them out. I've been putting a lot of work into them, trying to make them more comedic and entertaining for you, the audience. Anyways, without further ado, we're going to go ahead and dive into the matches, and I do recommend that you watch all the way through the video. Northern Hobbit. Nice. I don't know the distinction between a northern and a southern hobbit, but you know, to each their own. No small creatures here, but we do have a little bit of a control aspect, so we'll go for the Pyre on turn 2, or maybe we'll go ahead and foretell this on turn 2 actually. Yeah, let's just go ahead and get this over so I have a peace of mind with it, if you will. We can always drop the Dark Boar if we need the extra green for the Gem Razor, right? So no need to worry as of right now. Brush Fire, a little annoying. Now the pickle that we're in right here is I want to drop Pyre so I can set ourselves up for after we drop this stuff. But if I drop it, I can't have counter magic, and I definitely want to have counter magic. Let's let them know that we're thinking. So if I drop Pyre, what are they going to drop? More than likely a Mammoth. Then after Mammoth, probably a Great Hinge. So I'll definitely want Saw It Coming mana available on the next turn. You know what? Actually, if we counter the Mammoth here, if they play Mammoth, then it should stop the Great Henge in its tracks, correct? Yeah, take that. Okay, so there's the mammoth that we were talking about. Countered that, hopefully stopping their Great Henge is what I'm really banking on here. Now, I can drop Dirgebat and use this to grab Nethroi out, but I won't be able to mutate onto the Nethroi till later. Or I could just drop a Gem Razor point blank, you know what I mean? I think I dropped that on their turn. I think I dropped Batra on their turn. Hopefully they don't have a Fabled, obviously. Oh. We gotta let this hit, because I'm not gonna trade my Batra. Oh, dear God. So there's something to be said about a Gem Razor having came down. Namely, that it would have been able to block the Brushfire Elemental, and, you know, maybe things wouldn't have been so low as our life is now. That's fine. We can drop Pyre and activate it and get the Nethroi out. Nethroi does have Death Touch and Lifelink, which means it could probably defend up against the Brushfire. We could also just go for the mutate onto the Dirgebat here, take out Questing Beast, and have a solid 4/4 flyer. We would also have mana for Malakir thereafter. I think that's a safer play. So, that's what we're going to do. Over. Destroy. Now, no attacks, and we'll keep up mana for Malakir. If we hit another land, we can activate the Great Henge. Off the back of the Great Henge, we can get down Pyre. Off the back of the Pyre on the next turn, we can, of course, get out Nethroi and then bring our Gem Razor and Batra back to the board. If our Malakir survives, of course. This is given if we don't use Malakir here. Because you can use Malakir, then use Pyre, sacrifice, whatever you use Malakir on will come back, and you know, so on and so forth. So we're looking for a land. If we don't hit a land, I guess we're going for the Pyre play. Resolve, resolve. Ram through. Uh-oh. That's to the O. Split our creatures. They will get in for 3 here, though, I think. Yep, indeed, indeed. Oh, no. Ooh. Yikes. So I definitely want to get down the Great Henge, right? It gains us life, puts us to that Pyre. Do we have all the colors we need? We definitely have double green. We have double black, and we have double blue. So that should be all the colors we need. I don't think we'll need the white mana for the Nethroi, given we're going to get it out with Pyre. So let's just gain some extra green mana, maybe? Go for this. Drop this. And no attacks. Alright, now we just need them to not have Embercleave, which could be a tall ask, but we're going to hope. Alright, we're going to hope. If they don't have Embercleave, we're going to feel so lucky, and we're going to sacrifice either the Gem Razor or the Dirgebat, grab our Nethroi. It's unfortunate we had to use Malakir there. Son's birthday is today. Nice. Oh no, tomorrow. Sorry. Son's birthday is tomorrow. Born on Valentine's Day. You know, I was born like right there after Christmas, so I do understand that whenever you're born near a holiday, it's like a little scorching. But of course. And then, you know, we gotta block here because they left enough damage. Oh, you got the answer too? No? Alright. So Haunting Voyage will allow us to get back the Gem Razor, but that's about it. Stomp in the face? Yeah, sure. So we can get down Sterix, but they're going to make it really hard on us come next turn. I think we do have to get down Sterix, though. Can't use Pyre because we don't have a 6 CMC creature. Let's foretell this Haunting Voyage. Now they just need to not hit a land here, right? As long as they don't hit a land, we're fine. Edgewall, well, certainly doesn't help with the whole not hitting a land thing. Brushfire. Okay, well that's not a land either, so yeah, congrats to us. Living. We are living. Alright. So I think we go Baby Godzilla. Let me make sure I'm doing this right. Tap you. Tap this. Alright. You can use this. I think I want it on the Sterex, right? Not onto the Baby Godzilla. This. I guess we can discard the land because this we can actually use with 3 mana. So submit that. Under for sure. Grab out some... I guess we can grab out some white mana, I don't know. And we just hit another land off the back of that. So we can use Mythos here. Take out one of their creatures. If it's Bone Crusher though, we're going to take some damage off the back of that. We could also use Pyre to sack... Oh, I should have done that there, so then I could have gotten out Nethroi. But we still would have had a mutate on top of Nethroi, so maybe this is fine. So what do we take out here then? We have to take out a Brushfire? We can still block Bone Crusher. Or we take out Edgewall. Edgewall is potential card draw for him, but the Brushfire we can't block with the Polywog, so we have to take out the Brushfire, right? Whew, I'm a little stressed. Not gonna lie, I am a little bit stressed. What did they hit? Don't tell me it's a land. Don't tell me it's a land. If it is, we can still live. It's just not gonna be a favorable trade for us because we're gonna have to sacrifice the frog to the Crusher. We will get to take out their Brushfire, right? And they'll still get in one with the Edgewall, but I'm not going down without a fight. Now we do get to use Haunting Voyage next turn if we don't grab anything, which is at least a Gem Razor, right? It's a land. Not only is it a land, it's a fabled land. So we are going to lose the frog here. But they'll lose the Brushfire, so 'tis alright. 'Tis alright. We got another frog. How much does this cost? Everything but 2, so we could do this, or I could do this and then sacrifice our Gem Razor for a Nethroi. Would I rather have a Nethroi or potential draw into more mutate? I think potential draw into more mutate. We can always hit the Nethroi later, so as long as we know that we have that option. Saw it coming. Ooh, that's pretty good. We could also do Haunting Voyage. I forgot about that. So we don't just have to do that. But I really want the Saw It Coming mana now. Do I Pyre my Polywog into a 3 CMC? It's just going to be an Octopus. Oh no, it's not. Oh no. I did it to myself. I'm so sorry. I forget Pyre works off of the creature type. Polywog is the only thing that we can't. Polywog and the Octopus are the only things that we can't do. Hey, nothing from the foe though. You love to see that. Alright, so let's just cast you down. Oh, jeez. I still have a Nethroi in my deck, right? Nothing happened to it. Geo Vicar. Or Geo Vicar? I think it's Geo Vicar. Yeah. So we do have the Baby Godzilla turn 2, and we can mutate on it with the Sea Dasher. So we might be able to keep this and play into it. We'll see. Definitely gonna go for the Fabled turn 1 unless, well. Nah, I should still go for the Fabled turn 1. Get that tap land out the way. What are we gonna grab with Fable? Probably green mana, right? Because that is what we're sort of missing here. Then we need to play blue. And do I value having more blue over more black mana? Well, I know we probably won't need the white for a while, so we're fine dropping that. Let's drop Baby Godzilla. And this will make Migratory very castable, as well as Sea Dasher. Actually, both of them will be castable on our next turn, which is fantastic. Alright, because this goes down to costing 2, this goes down to costing 1. Wildborn. Are you going to be buffed up to a 4/4? I could see that. Yeah, for the immediate swing of Rooski. So no blocks. We're not too worried about it right now. Oh, I forgot I could also mutate the Pouncing Shore Shark, so we could do that instant speed and bounce their Wildborn. Certainly not a bad play. We also have Mythos, so we could just destroy it. But I like the idea of mutating at instant speed to take out the Wildborn. I really like that idea, actually. So no attacks, in turn, we'll do that. We can mutate these two down, but we can also wait until we get the Pouncing, and so we have more effectiveness there, right? So I want them, ideally what I would like for them to do right now is to play a creature and sink all their mana into Wildborn, and then I will bounce said Wildborn, right? So you resolve this, you see if the Wildborn gets mana sunk. Does indeed. And then you can go ahead and mutate. Because they're not going to attack with the 1/2, that's for sure. I definitely want this extra mana. What would I not need within my hand? I guess we don't need the Sterix. We don't need 2 copies, although it's really strong. We don't need the Migratory, right? Sterix can pull lands out. So over. Get rid of the Wildborn. Take action. Goodbye. So essentially their turn consisted of playing a 4 mana ooze. Right? That's pretty good for us. We got another Sea Dasher, but I think, oh no, we can't hit this yet, right? We need 1 more mana. I could get it down, but we can't mutate onto it, so. Double black or double green? Double green is good for the Gem Razor, double black is good for the Batra. We're showing 2 greens in hand right now, though, so I might want to go for that. Mutate Sea Dasher down for just 1 mana, which means we also still have access to Nethroi after mutating this down. We can swing in with Pouncing, but I think I'd rather keep it on the defensive. But do swing in, highly doubt they block, which means I probably get card draw as well. I think we swing in, actually. They are going to block. Okay, so in that case, we let the damage happen, right? I'm just gonna hard cast Sterix here. No. We can't get rid of Gem Razor. It's mono green, which means they probably have Great Hinge, and Gem Razor is just like, no. You want a hinge? I think not. So, getting down the Sterix here. We still have access to the Mythos, but I feel like they have something bigger, better, badder than just questing. Questing's not horrible. And then what? Wildborn? Oh, Exile. You know, Exile in my graveyard, actually rather rude there, Geo. You have no idea that I was planning on using that graveyard, of course, but it is rude of you. So, not happy. Not happy about that one. But it's okay. We can always use Mythos to take out their questing beasts. I think I am going to mutate this down for the 1-ski onto the Sterix. Sterux. Saw it coming. Nah. We're not in the proper setup this game for that. So under. See what we hit here. It's a land. Puts us back to 4. Which is enough for Malakir. Next turn we'll have enough to mutate you down if we want to. We could mutate the Gem Razor down. But I think we're going to stick with the Mythos to the questing. maybe? We'll see. All that stuff can happen instant speed, so we'll wait for it too, essentially. And if they get hinged down, they'll only get 1 turn with it, so I'm not too concerned, and it will cost them 5 mana, which is essentially everything they have, right? They would be able to get a Wildborn Preserver off the back of it, but again, if we can, like, literally 1 mutate onto the Pouncing Shore Shark, we can bounce that kind of stuff, so no biggie, no biggie, no biggie. So we resolve this. I'm assuming they're going to play the Wildborn. Goodbye, questing beast, and good luck wherever the heck you're going. The graveyard. And Wildborn on our turn, maybe? They'll probably do it when I go to destroy their Great Hinge, right? Nope, they're just gonna go ahead and do it. That's fine. 'Tis fine, 'tis fine. Sorry, I know y'all probably heard that screech. The boom arm, the microphone arm that I have isn't necessarily the world's greatest, so. Wow, this is really good, so. We can have you come down for 2 mana, and we'll have 3 mana left over, which is enough to cast this down if we want it. We definitely want this. Do we want it on the Sterix? Sterix does help us build our board. Pouncing helps us bounce their board. Let's go for the Sterix. It's the big play. Another Baby Godzilla. Nah. No, I'm good with what I have. Although we could have played Baby Godzilla and had mana for Malakir, I suppose. Yep. Taking out your Great Hinge. That beeth what happening. So, Great Hinge dealt with. Sterix, what you hitting for me? Great Hinge, hey! What goes around comes around. And Geovicar, they're done. They're outie. They said no more. Intensa. This match is gonna be intensa. We gotta mulligan this. This is all the stuff we hope to draw out later, not first. This is fine, right? Minus the fact that, again, we'll be in that awkward situation of the Gem Razor because we have all this, like, singularly basic land. Maybe we should take the Saw coming out. I just keep bottoming it. It's just because we don't have the blue mana readily available here, although I will off the back of the Baby Godzilla, so maybe I should keep this and bottom the Gem Razor because we're not barreling hard for the Gem Razor, or maybe I get rid of the Sterix. Yeah, let's go for it like this. We're definitely playing the Fable turn 1, going for blue mana so we can get ready for that Baby Godzilla. But I'm thinking we actually foretell Saw It Coming on turn 2 instead of play Baby Godzilla on turn 2, because there is a chance that we hit another forest, in which case on turn 4 we would be able to play Baby Godzilla and Gem Razor on top of it, right? Whereas if we, well, no, yeah, we have to foretell Saw It Coming because we're only going to have 1 blue source, and the only way we can cast foretell for 2, or rather for 1 singular blue, is by getting down, or is by going ahead and foretelling it here. So this is the best play, I think, at least. I guess argument could be made that you could also go ahead and play Baby Godzilla, and then Gem Razor hardcast becomes 3 mana, so you could go turn 2 Baby Godzilla, turn 3 Gem Razor, and set yourself up in that manner. Pyre of Heroes is really good, but I need it to go off on the Gem Razor. I don't know that we worry about that right now. We're really looking for another land, and I think for that we might just have to wait a turn. If we can hit a land here, it'll be good. We won't have missed a land draw. Alright, is the opponent just going to foretell something else here? I could definitely see it. I could also see maybe they're going for the 2-mana giant. No? No, okay. Still no lands for us. Oh. This is not the situation you want to be in. Well, until we get a land, I can't play anything safely. I'd rather have counter mana. They can foretell until, you know, they turn blue in the face, but I gotta have what I gotta have, so. There is something to be said about getting down double blue mana, but at the same time, I want extra mana on the outside. So if we do this, we'll still have enough for Saw It Coming. I want to be able to hit that Dirge Bed if we can. Double blue means we would have been able to play Baby Godzilla there, though. So maybe double blue was the answer. We'll see. If opponent counters here, we just let them have it. Not a big deal. Yeah, because that's while Pyre is sort of our main thing, stopping this is much better for us. Scry 2, draw 2? Nah. No thanks. Let's keep their stuff low. Keep their ambitions low. Now in this next turn we can go ahead and foretell Saw It Coming with our 2 non-blue mana, and then we can have blue and other non-blue mana to cast Saw It Coming. They're just going to turn Faceless Haven into a creature and get in with the damage here. Fine by me, I suppose. They do still have 2 mana, but that's not enough for a Saw It Coming, so I'm a little curious, actually, as to what that entails. Anyways, we did hit the blue mana. Alright, let's hope Baby Godzilla can land. I'm hoping they kept mana for maybe a negate, because we haven't really shown... I mean, Pyre does definitely show creatures. Oh, you bastard. Of course you have Essence Scatter. Couldn't be the other one. Alright, come on, Intensa. I don't have any counter magic available. It should be a pretty easy play for you to just foretell something and then pop your Faceless Haven up, right? No, just foretell. Alright, so that's more counter magic. We can rest assured on that. We can't do anything. We actually can't do anything. Not until we get more mana. Because I'm just going to put myself in this awkward position where I'm like hoping that they don't have anything. Now I could jam down a Shore Shark here. So they definitely can't counter it. I think we save the Saw It Coming mana for their turn, let them untap. We'll try and jam down Shore Shark at the end step of their turn, right? So we let this little 1 bit of damage through. Alright, Shore Shark, don't let me down. Don't let me down. Hey. Oh, but it's getting removed. But this is getting removed. Good, cool. I like when my stuff gets taken out, honestly. It's the most wonderful feeling in the world. See if Gem Razor can hit, can stick, can land. Maybe. Intensa, no wonder they call it Intensa. They take every single turn, every play, so Intensa. So we have to counter their Saw It Coming here. They may have more counter magic, I was about to say, but we just kind of got to go with it. Got to go with the flow of it. Alright, so we won that counter war. But, you know, the opponent, they got what they need, so it's okay indeed. Sterix, if you would like to live, that'd be great. That'd be fantastic. Of course, the opponents had pretty good luck so far with just top decking all the answers. Not just Bone Crusher. You sure you don't want to have a Brazen? The Brazen Borrower would be tucked in there pretty nicely. No Brazen. Well, aha, will be damned. So we actually don't need to play the Godzilla before we play this, right? Oh. Yeah, no, I don't think it really matters one way or the other. So let's hit you here. Yeah. Yep. Alrighty. So Intensa, they got nothing but Bone Crushers, Shark Typhoons, and removal and counter, huh? Sounds about right. I wouldn't be surprised if those other two cards in hand were their other two Bone Crushers. And they're just like, goodbye, symbiote. But what we're hoping for is mutate creatures, right? That can allow us to mutate onto Sterix. Pyre wouldn't really be good here. Shark Typhoon, Gem Razor would be not good either, actually. We excuse me. Well, super happy I could find that land. That's everything I was dreaming for, and oh, so much more. Yeah, we need some additional green mana here, actually. All right, my turn to top deck the top deck of the century. Come on. You know you want to give me everything I wanted in more game. Right here. Don't be shy. Step right up. Come on. Come on. I actually don't know what they're doing now. Maybe they have a Brazen? Maybe they have a Brazen. We don't have enough mana for this? It only costs 6, right? Oh, but we don't have the double black. Ah. Ah. That's, as the experts say, unfortunate. I can't play it either, though, right? Like, I have to wait for the mutate. What is this, an Embercleave? No, they're trading out. Then what? Bone Crusher onto my Sterix, maybe? Frostbite onto my Sterix. Okay. Still not what we needed. Alright, good game. Good game, Intensa. Oops. The fuck you saying oops for? Bergoth. Bergon? I kind of like that name, Bergoth. Ooh. Kind of wish I had an additional green mana here, but, you know, beggars can't be choosers. We get to go second, so I'll at least relish in that fact. Not that going second is necessarily a great thing. Alright, all the gem raises the world could offer, but not enough green mana, so we're really going to need to find that green mana. If we do, you know, we could be well on our way to victory. They're going to create a 1-1 here? No, no boasting. Luminarch? Nah, Luminarch would have came down before. Season, that makes sense. That makes sense. Alright, well, let's go for you, baby Godzilla. You can at least block the Usher, right? Next turn, we might drop the Clear Water as a Murk Water, and that way we can have access to Malakir. Really need some green mana. Maul, well, shiitake mushrooms. That's not good for us. We got to take that one on the chin. And we shall. And so we shall. Down to 11. No! If I'd found some more green mana, we could at least take out the Maul and have a big creature down. But no green mana means sad day for chance indeed. I mean, we can still get down a Gem Razor, you know? It's not like we can't cast anything here. Gem Razor is also big enough to deal with the season. Not big enough to deal with the Usher, but big enough to deal with the season. And, well, that's enough for me to go off of, honestly. Oh, also whenever we cast? Okay, well that's nice. Hey, and there's the green mana. Never didn't have it. Of course, we had to cast this creature in order to get to the green mana, so we wouldn't have had that green mana available in order to cast said Gem Razor on previous turn, but that's alright. We're making it work. Back to work, good luck. Oh man, you got work this weekend? I do too, so I understand, but it is a bummer. Giant Killer, what a bastard. What a bastard. So we gotta take this too. We're going down to 4 life. That's fine, that's fun. It's where I like to live, on the edge of the seat, right? Alright, so this one's pretty obvious. We drop you, we take out their, what's it called? I don't think we're gonna have time to get to the Sot coming, so we'll just go ahead and discard that. We'll drop the Gem Razor over and out. Copy, copy. Take out that Maul. Please don't have another one. Next turn we can drop the Serix onto the Gem Razor. Maybe. Maybe, baby. Don't have another Giant Killer either. There's a lot of things I need you to not have right now, Bergoth. That should be fun. They're going to put it on the Seasoned, of course, and probably still swing in with Seasoned, and we'll do the little fake trade arena. Oh, they're swinging in with both. They said, no siree. They're also discarding a card, and we shall use Malakia. We're going to go down to 1 life, but yeah, no, we've been there before. Oh no! Oh no! It cost us 2? Is it because it was 2 creatures? How does that work? Or does Malakir just normally cost you 2 life?